Yo, what's up? Ricky Sanders here. If you live for fast cars, greasy hands, and solving problems under the hood, welcome to your new favourite spot. I'm all about real fixes, no BS, and showing you how to keep your ride running like a champ. So go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's make some noise in the garage. Enough talk, let's get wrenching.
For all the time of production of Nissan Almera, a sufficient number of power units were installed on it. With the exception of the fourth generation, all of them are representatives of the Japanese car industry, and therefore a benchmark of reliability. Technical characteristics. The engine of Nissan Almera is a representative of the C-class of cars, which has an inline arrangement of cylinders. These are atmospheric power units of the atmospheric type. Bright representatives are considered GA14, GA16, and SR20. In the second generation, cars were equipped with engines QG15 and QG18. Let's consider the main technical characteristics of Nissan Almera engines. GA16DE name characteristic brand GA16DE marking 1597 cubic centimeters. Type carburetor injector power 90 to 115 horsepower. Fuel gasoline valve train 8 to 16 valve number of cylinders 4 fuel consumption 8.0 liters piston diameter 76 mm resource 250, 300. 1000 km GA16DE engines are quite reliable and durable. The main problem is frequent failure of idle speed and mass airflow sensors. SR20DE DET name characteristic brand SR20DE DET marking 1998 cubic centimeters type injector power 115 to 280 horsepower. Fuel gasoline valve train 16 valve number of cylinders 4 fuel consumption 8.7 liters piston diameter 86 mm resource 400,000 km. No special shortcomings were found in the motor. So, regular quality maintenance will allow you to operate the power unit without problems for many kilometers. Among the known problems are malfunctions of the DMRV and RCH. QG15DE name characteristic brand QG15DE marking 1498 cubic centimeters type injector power 90 to 109 horsepower. Fuel gasoline valve train 16 valve number of cylinders 4 fuel consumption 6.6 liters piston diameter 73.6 mm resource 250. 1000 km. The main problems of the engine can be attributed to stretching of the timing chain, clogging of the throttle and fuel, pump grid, failure of the alternator belt and problems with the firmware of the electronic control unit. QG18DE name characteristic brand QG18DE marking 1769 cubic centimeters type injector power 116 to 128 horsepower. Fuel gasoline valve train 16 valve number of cylinders 4 fuel consumption 7.5 liters piston diameter 80 mm resource 250,000 km. Power units QG18DE and QG15DE are almost identical, and therefore the main problems are the same. QG16DE name characteristic brand QG16DE marking 1597 cubic centimeters type injector power 109 to 118 horsepower. Fuel gasoline valve train 16 valve number of cylinders 4 fuel consumption 7.2 liters piston diameter 76 mm resource 250,000 km. The main problems of the internal combustion engine are the same as those of the older and younger counterparts. So, it is possible to observe stretching of the timing chain, clogging of the throttle valve and fuel pump grid, failure of the alternator belt and problems with the firmware of the electronic control unit. K4M Renault Auto VAZ representative is also present on motors manufactured by Nissan. Name characteristic brand K4M marking 1598 cubic centimeters type injector power 102 to 115 horsepower. Fuel gasoline valve train 16 valve number of cylinders 4 fuel consumption 8.4 liters piston diameter 79.5 mm resource 250,000 km. Maintenance. Maintenance of the Nissan Almera engine does not differ from standard power units of this class. Engine maintenance is carried out at an interval of 15,000 kilometers. Recommended maintenance should be carried out every 10,000 kilometers. So, let's consider a detailed technical service card. TO1, oil change, oil filter replacement. It is carried out after the first 1,000 to 1,500 kilometers of mileage. This stage is also called running in, because the motor elements are lapping. TO2, the second maintenance is carried out after 10,000 kilometers of mileage. Thus, the engine oil and filter are changed again, as well as the air filter element. At this stage, the engine pressure is also measured and the valves are adjusted. TO3, at this stage, which is performed after 20,000 kilometers, the standard procedure of oil change, fuel filter replacement, as well as diagnostics of all engine systems is carried out. Maintenance 4. The fourth maintenance is probably the simplest. After 30,000 kilometers of mileage, only oil and oil filter element are changed. TO5. The fifth maintenance is like a second breath for the engine. This time a lot of things are changed. So, let's consider what elements will be replaced in the fifth maintenance: oil change, change of oil filter, air filter replacement, replacement of the fuel filter element, alternator belt if necessary, water pump, valve cover gasket. Other items that need to be replaced: valve adjustment, during which the timing mechanism is adjusted. Subsequent maintenance is carried out according to the map of 2 to 5 maintenance on the corresponding mileage. Engines of the Nissan Almera series are quite reliable and have a high resource of use. Maintenance of the power unit should be carried out every 15,000 kilometers, but experienced motorists recommend to carry out after 10,000 kilometer. In conclusion, the Nissan Almera engine stands out for its reliability, efficiency, and performance. Whether you are considering it for daily commuting or longer journeys, its well-engineered design ensures a smooth driving experience. With various engine options available, there is a suitable choice for every driver's needs. Thank you for watching, and we hope this overview has provided valuable insights into the Nissan Almera engine.